All right, you guys, we got a special one here today. I'm Gary B. Jr., your media consultant. And today we're going to be talking all about this iPad access. I'm not necessarily using the app. I'm actually just logged in to FreeShow. If I go here, let me go to share my screen real quick. You'll see that I actually have FreeShow open here. I got quite a bit of projects available to me here. So I got this blank show or project here and I want to add some shows to it. But we're going to do this from the iPad. So right now, what I've done is I've gone into my settings, I've gone to connection, and I've turned on remote show. And so when I turned it on, this popped up. I took a picture of it with my iPad. I put my passcode in, and it took me to this IP address. So I'm here on my iPad. So let's go there on my iPad real quick, and you will see now this is my iPad. So let's talk about what we need to do. First off, I've got shows, audio, overlays, templates, scripture, and functions. If I go to functions, you will see all of the actions there. If I go down, you'll see all the variables, the timers, all that good stuff is there, which is great. And all of my tags are there. It doesn't shrink or expand. Everything is kind of expanded out. So I can't tap it and it goes down. Everything is fully expanded in terms of that left column, which is great. Now, if I go back to shows, let's see if I can add in a show. But first, I'm gonna do my show. I'm gonna do welcome to Free Show Friday. There it is. I selected there, but let's see how I can add it to the show. Let's see. So I tapped it over there. I hit add to project down at the bottom there, and it actually puts it into the show, which is nice. Okay, so welcome to Free Show Fridays there. If I want to go to an actual slide, I can do that. And you'll see there it shows up. Now here's what it actually looks like to the audience. Okay, so it does have a background to it. In the iPad, it doesn't necessarily show that background, but I can switch between different slides and it will automatically change on the screen. And I don't have it set up to where I guess you guys could see it a little bit on my main screen up here as well, but it is responding on my computer just as well as it is responding on the iPad. Okay. The iPad just doesn't have anything there. The iPad does show like the upcoming slide, right? So I can tap that there. And I think, no, I can't tap that there. Let's see. Can I make the drawer go down? Yep. So I can pull the drawer down and up from this little corner icon here on the bottom right. And I can tap that again and it brings it back up. If we clear out the search, it will bring up my screen there, but it brings me to all of my shows that I've got and scriptures. Let's see if we can make a show with the scriptures. That I don't know. So if I tap here, it automatically changed the verse and it put the verse on top of my background, which is completely fine. I can't necessarily change the background in here. So if you have a template, it will bring in that template. So it's bringing in my scripture template by default. And if I were to go up here to some of my other Bibles, let's see, I got the Message Bible and the Amplified Bible. It should automatically go to the double scripture template. Now, there we go. So it did show the double scripture template as well. And so I can show two verses at the same time. As long as I've got that collection pre-made here, I can select any of those particular pre-made collections and it comes up that way, which is really, really nice. I can go there and I can see that verse automatically respond. If I want to, I think there's a way to show multiple verses at the same time. Let me go back to, let's go to New Living. All right, so I'm in the New Living and we'll go to another book. We'll go to Judges. We'll go here. Let's go to 5. Okay, it's showing up there. But let's say I want to show two verses. I can hit this little check box on the bottom right and I can check off two of those. And then what happens if I hit play? I can double tap them and it doesn't do anything. Uh, there we go. So I hit the little play button and it brought up both of those verses at the same time. That's crazy. and then I can uncheck, and I can check a different set of boxes or verses. So I can do these 2 verses, hit the little play button, and then it goes to verses 5 and 6. Crazy. Um, but yeah, so this is I'm just doing some real world testing with this iPad app, and I am thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed. Let's see if I go to templates, it's loading those up. So there's my templates. It comes up. If I go to overlays, and I got a lot of crazy, not crazy cool, but a lot of cool templates to me. If I go to audio, let's see what happens here. The audio gives me the mixer, which is cool, but it doesn't give you like your playlists or anything like that. It gives you some control. It lets you determine the output that you want to control. So I got my main and I got my primary one, and I can slide that up and down. I can move the volume up and down here, which is nice. I can slide that back and forth, which is nice. But yeah, this is unbelievable control. And then I can clear it all out. So I can hit clear, everything goes away. And then I can go to my show, select the slide, and everything comes back. I can go back to my scriptures, and I can go to 1 Samuel. Here, I'm going to turn off the checkbox. So I hit the little X, and we'll go to 1 Samuel. Let's go to 17, and we go there. It automatically updates. You can control your entire show, your entire service directly from your iPad, and that is unbelievably cool. Unbelievably cool. Let me go to this view. All right. So, what questions do you guys have about this iPad flexibility? I'm using this on an old iPad. I don't even know what it is, like an iPad Air 2, something like that, but it's older. But it works. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's allowing me to adjust my shows, see my templates, change my verses, go from one slide to the next. And then if I want to, I can go here. I can tap solve, but then I can hit this little arrow at the bottom. It automatically takes me through verse by verse. And let me go back so you guys can see that. So I can hit down here, and it's just changing the verse for me one verse at a time. And it automatically updates. And so I went to verse 6, I can go to verse 7, and it automatically updates just like that, which I love. And then if you have collections, you can bring in different versions at the same time, and it'll automatically default to whatever your multiple section collection default template is. All right. So this is all really cool stuff. Let me know what questions you guys have about the new and improved iPad functionality of the app. And like I said, I can go back. Let me go back. I can go here to projects, and I can see all of my projects. I can scroll through there and pick any project that I want to. And so let's see here. I can tap on it. It truncates the folders here, which is really nice. Uh, and it also expands them if I want to. So I can shrink and expand those if I wanted to, which is really cool. Pick a song, play the song if I want to, and it is really nice. I'm really impressed. Okay, so there's another step here. When I go into the song, I got this option that says groups. I can select that, and it brings me all the different groups. If I go done, it brings me back here. So I got intro 2, intro 1. So my first slide is basically blank, which is fine. And then I go to the next one, and it brings up that. And so I have intro 1, intro 2. Let me go to groups here real quick. Let's see what happens if I go to intro 2. Oh, it zoomed in. That's nice. I just double tapped it. It just shows you the groups that you got, I think. And I'm not the musical person, so just playing around with some stuff, I can edit, and it brings me into the edit view of this. So I can see everything that I want, and I could go in and actually type in there and actually adjust the song or adjust the slides. That is crazy. So let me bring that back down and close that, come right back out without making any changes. I can change my view to do that. I believe that's called the lyric view. Then I can go back to the grid view. to go to the edit view, you have to hit the actual edit button there, which is really cool. No other settings, so I can't go to like outputs or anything like that here. Let's see if I bring this back down, pull it down one time. And so this bottom area where it says that next slide, it does block a little bit of the layer, so you can actually clear layers. So I can say, okay, let me clear that background, and that goes away and it keeps it there. But when I had this up, when I had the drawer up, I couldn't really see that. Okay. And so that's something to keep in mind. So I go back down, pull that back up. If I go back here, it automatically comes back up, which is just the nature of the way FreeShow works, which is perfect. I can clear the actual layer with the slide text, and it just kicked me out. So I'm back to my song. Now that whole white screen where it just kind of did that, that's not going to be visible to the audience. The audience didn't actually see anything happen. Actually, it was still there. If I go back, I have to go back and look at it to make sure. But yeah, really responsive, works really well. Over here on the left, this edit button, oh, it lets me like remove shows. So it's got a little trash can there to remove shows. If I say done, so let me go to another, let's go to songs. Let's go here. Okay, so we'll bring in this song. So when I select it, it brings itself up in the middle, and then I can hit add to project on the left. So when I select add to project, it brings Oceans in, right? So if I go to Oceans there, it automatically updates and it shows me that. And this song does not have a background. If I look up here oh, it says it could not load the background. And that's on me. Like I said, there was a background for this, but it's not showing up there, which is fine. So I select this here because I actually like it all black and white too, which is fine. But that's something to keep in mind. I think my free show, I've done some, I got the cloud sync on, you guys, and I needed to turn it off and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's why this could not load. I did something goofy, so it's not showing up properly. But the way that the iPad app slash the remote control feature on the iPad works is really sweet, really consistent, really cool, and very intuitive. It's been some major updates to it. Like I said, you can actually sort up here. I see the modified. I just click that, and it allows you to change what it sorts it as. So you can see like your newest and your latest, and then you can also sort by name if you want to. But yeah, I really like that. You can control all your actions, all your functions, all your actions are in here. So you can scroll through, you can see all of those as well, which really handy, especially if you're doing some stage controls or something like that. Now, what I don't have going on is I don't have like a stage display set up. So I wonder what it does if I turn on here. I'm gonna go to edit and I'll activate my stage. Okay. So I got my stage there. If I go to show, the stage does not show up on the iPad view. So the multiple screens, let's see, multiple displays don't show up. Let's see, if I go here, it's still fully functional. Lets you go through each slide, but it does not have the stage display showing up like it does on my screen. So if I go back to free show, you'll see here I have a stage display that was going along with everything as well. It will not show your stage display in the program. Now the question is, will it change the stage display? So if I go to my functions and I'm in the iPad app, let's see, I got stage changes here. So right now, this is what my stage looks like. It is here. Okay. I don't even know which stage this is. Let's see. This is called worship stage. Okay. So I got the worship stage. So now if I go back into my iPad view and I change the stage and I say stage training, yeah, it changes it. This is what my screen looks like now. I just went completely blank because on my stage training, let's see here. If I go back to stages, I think I renamed it. Let me check that action because I think that action is just old. So I go back here. Let's go to stage changes. Let's edit this one. Let's do teaching stage with notes. All right. So now it'll automatically update to that. I'll call this one stage teaching notes. and I lock that in. Now on my iPad, you'll notice it automatically updated. Stage teaching notes is there. If I go back to worship timer, I guess I need to know what that action is too. I think these are all old options here. So that just adjusts the timer. So let's do worship stage. And let's change this one to change the stage display. Change stage output. And then we will pick worship. Boom. All right. And so now on the iPad, you'll see that that's been updated. So if I select it, it automatically updates on my screen real time, which is great. And so you guys can see that there. If I go back to my iPad and I change it to say teaching stage with notes, it now looks like this. And so, yeah, it updates your stage real time and it works. It works really smooth, really, really smooth. Um, so I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I like it a lot, actually. Really flexible. Many improvements to it over the time that I've tested it. It's not been a year, but it's been several months ago, maybe 8 months ago, 7 or 8 months ago. And so it's only getting better, you guys. So check it out when you get time. The way that I got to it, just a reminder, if you go into your settings in FreeShow, you go up to the upper right settings and then go to the left where it says connection, and you'll see an option here for remote show. When you activate, it'll automatically pop this up. You can take a picture of this with your iPad. When it comes to the remote show, I recommend a computer or an iPad, just so it's a little bit bigger. You can do it from your phone as well. My phone is pretty small, so it's not a great user experience. And like I said, this is a feature that's built into the program. You don't have to pay any extra for it. You don't have to download any extra software. You don't have to download a new app. You can. They do have a free show app that gives you this same flexibility, but you can do it also just by taking a QR code picture here from your device. All right. Bless you guys.